Raceglide, the original Raceglide.
Yo. Everybody's starting to join. I just spoke to Will. He is, we're waiting for him to get on here. He's ready, but this is our first time, so bear with us while we try and figure out how to get this shit done. Everybody's coming in. I see Orrin. I see Kyle. I see everybody there. We gotta give Billy a second here. He's very liked on Instagram, but you know. So this is me. I'm the proper baggers guy. I guess I'm just gonna talk until Will gets here. I'm sitting in my office at home. I've been on quarantine for 6 weeks. I am back at work today. Softail George just joined in. Where are you at, Bill? I'm waiting for Willie. Ooh, how do I get people on here? Where is he? Sorry guys if this is taking a while. Oh, Lauren's there. Yeah, everybody's there. Everybody's here to see Will. Everybody's here but Will. He's probably, I think he's upset because his bike is dirty. He's got to wash his bike. And it's, oh, I see Will in there. Okay, Will just joined. So now we got to see. There you go. I think it's going to be working now. Waiting for Raceglide. Oh, fuck.
Danny!
It's Billy.
What are you doing?
I'm sitting in my office. What are you doing?
I'm sitting in my garage because I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Are you in the new house or the old house?
I am at the old house because I can't get furniture for my new house.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
You know what I mean? And you
What
got,
can you do, you know?
when are you moving?
I mean, I go there every single night, but I just don't sleep there because I don't have a bed.
But you don't
So
know what, you ordered a new bed?
Well, I mean, a bed is kind of a thing that you would want to test out before you just buy it.
Yeah.
I want to go to the sleep lab and like test my pressure points, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm investing in a good bed.
Okay. And how are the renos? The renos almost done?
Everything on the inside's done. I just got to do my landscaping now that it's getting nice out. Well, it snowed last week, but when it gets nice out, I'm going to do the landscaping. I'm doing new loom, new seeds, some bushes, and I got to do a roof. So
How big is that lot?
it's like an acre.
I don't know if everybody here, I mean, everybody who doesn't follow you should follow you. But you could have seen Will's home decorating show for the last, I don't know, a couple months, the decorating and the landscaping show. And
I love it. That's
so,
why I don't ride anymore, because all I do is work and renovate my house. And it's been kind of snowing, kind of cold.
And weather's shit and there's nowhere to ride. And I can't leave my house. I'm not allowed to ride. I rode this weekend. I just rode for like an hour, but we're literally not allowed to ride.
What's that like?
It sucks. Like,
how long you been in the house now?
This is week 7. Although I did go to the office today, so I'm starting to. I'm going to be in the office. We're allowed to work because as long as we do work for essential business, I'm allowed to be working. So I'm back in the office. So we're good.
Well, I need some essential business cards.
I know you need some essential business.
Whenever you're ready, I'm still working. I need those business cards because I'm getting slow. You know. Except it's just been raining for the last rains every other day.
Yeah. Okay, so for people who don't know who this guy is, but know me, this is Will. You could say hi, this is Billy. Raceglide, the original Raceglide, and you've been the original Raceglide for how long now?
I don't know. I don't know. I actually have no idea when I went like made the account. Probably like 2015 going into 2016.
Yeah, because I started following you way before I had this account.
Yeah.
And I remember you did that inverted front end a long time ago, 2015, 2016. Like, that's why I wanted you to be on, besides the fact that I love you and you're the funniest
So
person I've ever met.
as far as I know, and I mean Kevin can correct me if I was wrong, but I think that this is one of the first factory front ends, or if not the first front end from Big Bear Choppers.
So I know you've told me this story, but what happened? So when you did that, okay, so you got this bike 2015, right? So 15?
2015, yeah. I came off
And
a
when did you,
Honda Grom.
from a Grom, you never had a Harley before?
Never had a, no, this is my first Harley. You kidding me? Have you met
So,
my mother? You met my mother.
yeah, yeah. So why a Road Glide?
I mean, obviously, I'm a bigger person, so I mean, I sat on a couple diners, rode a couple diners. I was like, I want a big, comfortable. I mean, at first, I mean, I was just cruising around. I mean, I go out with my friends. I mean, by the time we did a ride, we'd be at like 6 bars, you know. And then I was like,
Hmm.
at that point, I'd be like, this sucks. I want to ride because I got this beautiful bike. Like, I don't want to just go sit at a bar, you know. I'm not a big drinker either, so I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
want to get on the bike. I want to go
No.
ride. Whether I mean, I don't necessarily want to go on
Wait.
like overnight
Speaking of
trips, but I mean,
drinking,
I want to
Will,
ride 8 hours
Will,
in
you
a
see
day.
this?
Oh,
Will, do you see
I
this?
do like that though. I do like that, but
Okay.
no.
So
So
you got the
that's
bike. 2015, you got this
I
bike.
2015. Yeah.
And the front end. So you reached out to Kevin before he was really selling these kits.
So I saw him put like a picture of like he was doing some testing, and I mean at the time I had the Olin rear because I mean the way that I get into shit is like just research. I research the shit out of
Yeah.
everything. So I was like, what's the best shocks? At the time, 2015, everyone was saying Olin. So got the 357s from this dude Howard down in Florida, like motorcycle metal, something like that. Like this was like Instagram was like nobody really did any social media. Like you
Yeah.
know, like everyone was old school dudes. I mean, like the shops had been around forever, but I mean, it was maybe they had a Facebook. Nobody had Instagram, nothing like that. So I saw the front end on
Yeah.
Kevin, and I reached out to him. I was like, "Yo, what's the deal with that? Can I go fast?" And he was like, "Yeah, this you'll go into the turns like 80 miles an hour, like no problem." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, that's like right up my alley." Told me the price, almost fell off my chair. But then I was like,
This is
at
before
the
the
time, I
website,
was the
before he
same
was
thing, you know.
advertising the price.
What's up?
I said this is
What'd you
before
say?
he was like advertising the price and he had pricing together if you got
Can you
one of
hear
the
me?
first kits. Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
can't hear you well. Are you covering the mic maybe?
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better,
Can you
much,
hear
much
it?
better. Yeah. Yeah,
No.
much better.
So anyways, I hit him. I mean, I did
You're cutting out again, Will.
mention him like, let me do the when front end on. You know, I don't know what's I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me better now?
Hold on. Will, stop moving. Yeah,
Hello?
stop moving. I think that's what's fucking us up.
I don't know.
Yeah, you there? I've lost you, Will. I think we lost Will. Billy, Billy, what's with the Wi-Fi in Massachusetts? I think the Wi-Fi there. I got nothing.
I'm not moving.
Stop moving.
All right, are we back?
Technical difficulties. I think the Wi-Fi in Massachusetts is not as good as Canada, apparently. Billy, this is what happens when we do an impromptu call. Let's try and get back here. Will, disconnect and join back. All right. We're trying to get it to work. Bear with me. You, go live with Will. Waiting for Raceglide. Yo,
Danny, I'm back.
you're back, but don't move around. Just stand there.
I can't, Dan. You know I don't
Yeah,
stand in one spot. I'm constantly moving. I'm like a cheetah.
yeah, I know, I know, I know. There, you're
So
sitting.
where were we?
Sit there. Yeah, so you called Kevin, you
I can't.
saw it.
I cannot sit still.
I know, I know, I know. We've hung out. You can't sit still. I get it. So yeah, so you called Kevin. He's like, does it make me
I
go
called
fast?
Kevin. You
Basically,
know,
you're like
Kevin.
Ricky Bobby of Harleys. Can I go
So
fast?
pretty much, I mean, at the time, I was infatuated with going fast. I was like, I
Yeah.
need to make this the fastest Harley around. So I mean, put the front end on, got the S&S motor, got the pipe. I mean,
It's a Kendall Johnson motor, right?
It's a S&S 124 high compression, and then I sent the heads out to Kendall Johnson.
Nice. And it was built by Spatty, by Spatafora.
It was built by Spatafora choppers, who essentially did everything on this bike. I mean, I don't trust myself to do any work on the Harley. I don't want to think about that bolt that didn't go in quite all the way when I'm doing whatever I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Matt and Ray, they get everything right. Matt gives me the bike, and I am like, all right, it's good to go. Let's get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. So I think this was like winter 17, 16. It was a while ago. Like you had it, 17, you were riding it with the inverted front end.
Yes. Yeah, I believe it. So I'm not sure exactly the timeline. I believe it was 17 into 18. I did the S&S 124.
Yeah.
And then 18 into 19, I did the headwork, the carbon rims, the track dynamic swing arm, like basically finished all the things that I wanted at the time. You know what I'm saying?
So what was the first thing you did to that bike? Like first thing? First mod?
First thing, the first mod was, I mean, I just took it to heart. I mean, at the time I knew nothing because like I said, my first Harley, I'm like, I want to make it faster. I got a stage 1 S&S with a stage 1 Screaming Eagle, which would be like, what is that? A tuner and a pipe. I mean, the most basic thing you could possibly
Stage
do.
1, tuner pipe, intake pipe exhaust.
Bingo. Exactly. Second thing was the Olin suspension because everything I've ever owned being a larger person bottomed out. So I was like, I dented my stock pipe over a pothole because, I mean, you know how the roads in New England are. After that, I was like, need suspension. I don't want to keep doing that. So got those, really like that. And that's what led me to the front end.
And what would you say, hands down, best mod you've done to that bike? Good question.
I mean,
list of questions.
The best thing that I've done, obviously, my biggest thing is suspension because I did the suspension first and I rode the shit out of it with the 103. But I mean, I just ran out of motor. After running out of motor, that's the next thing that you want to do. So I mean, you got to do, in my opinion, you have to do the mods in chronological order. You can't. I mean, you can't just go put
Yeah, I agree 100%.
150 horsepower in your bike and then you can't stop it, or you can't
It's useless.
bury it into a turn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean,
Suspension brakes,
like,
first mod. Everybody should know that.
I mean, this goes back to, I mean, building cars on Need for Speed Underground. My first mod would always be a suspension, a stickier tire, like shit like that you don't think of. Everyone was like, "Oh, I want power." You don't need all this power if you can
No.
take it into a turn quicker. I mean, you don't have to be on that throttle all the time. You don't have to be banging that rev limiter. I mean, you smooth in, smooth out is how I feel when I'm riding. You know what I'm saying? Also,
And
I just want to give a shout out to Phil. He sent me a bag lift. If you guys know Phil DRG, send me the bag lift for this particular bike.
He sponsored you that bag
Great
lift,
mod.
right? Yeah.
He's sponsoring that bag lift. It's I mean, I'm gonna take it back real quick because I mean, that's just wow.
Those bags are so high
I
off
apologize.
the ground. Phil invented it.
Where were we?
We were talking about how suspension and brakes first, because having a big motor is completely useless. And you know what? I keep saying this to everybody. When we were in Sturgis and we were fucking killing in Sturgis, it was me and you and Chamberlain, and we were going crazy. John was right with us the whole time, and John has a bone stock motor.
John's out of his fucking mind.
Yeah, John is out of his mind. He got mad last time I said stock. He has a cam, but he's got a twin cam with a can and a pipe, and he was right with all of us with our 124s.
In Sturgis, I just remember being behind John and literally I feel like he's going to scrape the side of his foot off because his boards are so dug into the ground.
Yeah, because he could fucking ride. John rides like a madman. And like that just said, like
out of his
everybody is. Yeah, and he's on like almost stock suspension. He was. Now he's upgraded his suspension. He's on Olin's now. But like, it just says like I tell
this garage because I'm gonna freeze to death.
Go for it. But I tell this to people all the time: suspension, brakes before you touch a motor, hands down, hands down. And then, when did you put on the T-bars? Because I always tell people they got to do T-bars, and people don't believe me when I say it makes a huge difference.
So the T-bars and the front end basically came at the same time. So, I mean, I can't really comment. I don't believe I ever had the front end without the T-bars. Because they came within like maybe for like 5 miles of riding. They came like within the same weekend. And, I mean, obviously I wanted to get them on as soon as possible.
I can't picture you and your size riding with the bars, the factory bars, like this. Like the beach bars are terrible.
I have a picture of me riding my bike with the stock bars, and it looks like I'm pushing a wheelbarrow.
You're like a T-Rex. You're like this.
Yeah. It's just like with it. Yeah. Not a fan of the stock bars. That was like the first thing I wanted to get rid of. But went an alternative route with the inverted front end. Also, another one of the first things I did was these lights right here.
Oh yeah.
Which, I mean, I got the Clearwater lights, which I mean I like them so much I put them in my pickup truck.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I feel like you did that, and everybody jumped on board and started doing those lights.
I apologize. After my rear suspension, that was the second thing I did because I'm blind as shit at night.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, my biggest thing with the lights is, I mean, not only seeing but being seen. I run them during the day because I mean, you see 6 LED lights coming at you, like, oh, what the fuck is that? A UFO?
Yeah. And so Will and I have rode together. Unfortunately, not enough. And you often ride 2-up with Renee. and we're
Yes.
all ripping, and you have somebody on the back. You have your girlfriend on the back with you
Yeah, she's out of
all the
her
time.
mind.
Yeah,
I
and
like
she,
if we were roles reversed, I'd be literally in tears. I don't know how she
yeah,
does it.
and she's there in like little shorts and a tank top, and we're in the mountains at 110 and just ripping, and she's just chilling. She's got her hand out. She's recording everybody.
Yeah, but that's not good. We need to be safer.
Yeah, we need to be
But no,
safer.
I mean the biggest thing is up until this year, she never had a backrest either. I
Really?
deprived her of a backrest for 8 months. Or until the most recent like 8 months. For
Wow.
3 years, I mean we've been together 3 years. For 3 years, she never had a backrest.
Wow. That's pretty
Oh,
impressive.
well,
I mean,
thank you.
it's impressive that she sits on the back of the bike with you while we all go riding.
The boys have
And she's,
delivered.
oh, that's gonna make Marshall
Unreal.
really happy.
That was an in-flight refuel.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that Morg? Oh, that's Morg. Hey, this is my
Oh, look
buddy
at that.
Morg. You know Morg.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody's
Come on,
out.
I gotta get back to this. All right, what are we talking
So,
about?
so I can tell people. So Will and I hung out in Laconia last year a little bit, but we didn't know each other that well, just through Instagram and talking. And then in Sturgis we went, and Sturgis was the big party, the big
In
performance
Sturgis,
bagger
I
party.
cooked for you. You came into
Yeah,
my home and I cooked for you.
we had a blast in Sturgis Road every day. And then I left Sturgis, and Billy followed me to Vegas.
Oh, and that was unreal.
Yeah, I had to go
You
to
know,
Vegas.
Danny, you know, I was watching Shack Life the other day and he had the Psycho Bunny clothing
Oh
line
yeah,
on.
really?
Unreal.
Yeah,
And it brought me back to Vegas.
yeah. So we were all in Sturgis, and then when I'm in Sturgis, I'm like, Will, why don't you come with me to Vegas? And we were joking around for a couple days, and then you're like, yeah, fuck it, we're gonna come. And then
I
you
mean,
and Renee came to Vegas for a day and a half.
listen, you could be quarantined for 6 months. You're not going to go to Vegas when you got to go to Vegas.
Vegas was a good time. We have to plan another trip.
I'm down. Let me know because I'm ready to go wherever, whenever.
How's your city as far as the quarantine?
Something like everything's a hassle. Like today, I had to go to the Home Depot, and now like they're forcing you to put the mask on when you gotta like
Yeah.
go in there. And so I had to like go and get a piece of cloth and like tie it around my face like a ninja. I haven't been like really doing the mask, but I mean like we've been working every day. It's just pretty dope. I
Well,
can't
you're
complain.
actual essential. You really are essential business. Like
I
people are fucked up. Why don't you tell people what you do?
I do like utility work, like water, sewer, septic system, stuff like that. So I mean, if people get a clog, sometimes we need to relieve that so there's not 6 inches of sewage in their basement.
Yeah, you really are essential. So when people call you, you're like, well, it's going to be $1 million. You're like, that's fine. Just come here and take the shit out of my basement.
Yeah, I mean, like normally if it's like an emergency, we'll get like 500 before we even get out the door. But I mean, that's unfortunately the way the world works in this day and age.
Can you get calls in the middle of the night? You guys 24
Oh
hours a
yeah,
day?
we have 24-hour hotline. So I mean,
Really?
they'll any time of day they'll get a call, and I mean we got crews that are working in Boston doing work like that. Am I going out again?
No, I have Hoffman. I have Curtis telling me there's something hanging in my ear. I know it's some reference. And Curtis, by the way, I texted you today and you didn't reply, you fucker. By the way, sorry.
Yeah,
You run a Hoffman front carbon fender.
I run a Hoffman front carbon fender, and I honestly I was looking at a picture of my bike with the stock fender on it the other day, and I was like,
Terrible.
that's trash.
Terrible. So when I did my carbon wheels, I remember that's when I think I started messaging you because I was thinking about carbon wheels and there's mixed reviews. Everybody hears the mixed reviews. And I messaged you to get your opinion of the carbon wheels. And you're the one who tipped me over. I was on the fence and then you're like, absolutely do it. And that was the tipping point for me.
I mean, in my opinion, of any of the carbon parts that you're going to spend, that's the one that has the rotating mass. I mean, that's going to make the biggest difference if it's lighter.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's been talk. It gets wobbly. It gets squirrely up high. I mean, I don't necessarily notice that. I notice it maybe jumps around a little bit more. The bike feels a little bit lighter on its feet, but it's not a wobble. Would you agree?
No. Yeah, like I would say like I gotta say this quietly so my wife doesn't hear me. But like if you're above 125, the
Yeah, I
bike might
ain't.
feel a little bit light. Don't
Yeah,
give me
what'd you
that.
say, 95?
Yeah, that's what I said. I said 95.
Yes.
Above 95, you do feel it feels light, but I wouldn't say it feels unstable because my bike 0 to 140 is dead straight. Like it's
Yeah.
scary how fucking planted that bike is.
Yeah,
And
and I would agree in the same thing
mhm,
all the way. I mean,
yeah,
I have zero complaints about the setup. I've
yeah,
never once, knock on wood, had an issue where, I mean, I felt unsafe or wobbled or anything like that. And I mean,
yeah,
we can even ask Renee. I don't believe she's felt that either. I mean,
no,
I mean, and
no,
we were
no.
right there the whole entire time,
Hmm.
um, just ripping along.
Yeah, no, no. The wheels, I'm a big fan of these wheels. They make the bike feel a lot lighter.
They make the bike look a lot cooler too.
They make the bike look cooler, definitely. I think it's the thing that goes the most unnoticed for the biggest bill. It's like the largest
Yeah.
sum, and the smunk
No,
up
yeah,
there, you're just, oh, you got black 5 stars. Okay.
you're absolutely right on that. But I mean, it's one of those details where, I mean, if you appreciate the bike and you start looking, you're like, oh, what? I mean, with my bike, I like to keep everything looking as stock as possible. I mean, I don't even have the Olin's
Yeah, you hit them.
showing, you
Yeah,
know. But I mean, you come over to my bike, you're like, oh, what does that tube
yeah,
do?
yeah,
I don't know. Where does that go? Or
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You like come around, and I
Okay,
just
but wait, can we talk about something? This is
what?
your bike dirty, right? You said the bike is dirty.
Yeah, it's filthy.
This is not filthy. Remember in Sturgis, everybody's bike's covered in dirt and yours is spotless after the dirt road?
Yeah, well, I mean that's because I've waxed it about 3,700 times, and it's supposed to be going to my. So originally, I was supposed to do the interview from my buddy Matty's shop because he's going
Yeah.
to be like doing a ceramic coat on it this week. So I mean, he's gonna steam it and I mean go like the whole works because I mean I've been so busy I don't have the time
Mm,
to do. I mean I used to be washing it every single day, but I mean I
I
have
remember.
zero time anymore. I'm an
So I'm
adult now.
watching the you're an adult. Yeah. You gotta work and pay bills and move. Yeah, life sucks. Get used to it.
Let's talk about this thing though.
The Husky. Where are the
That's a
street
that's a.
tires?
They're in my basement.
It looks mean with those things.
I'm more
And
of
what
a
about
I'm
the
like
the
a
moped?
I'm a woods guy.
You're a woods guy. Yeah, you're a country
The
boy.
mopeds in Cape Cod.
Oh, okay.
Moped
Okay,
is
that's
in
a
Cape Cod. You know, they love me with the loud carb, loud exhaust.
you sound real fancy when you say that. The moped's in Cape Cod. It's in your cabin in Cape Cod. Um, can you start that bike? I think people
Sorry,
want to
which
hear
one?
it. Well, not the Husky, the Road Glide.
People want to hear the Husky. Hold on, let me see. Now I got to open the garage back up again.
Yeah, people are going to hear it. Twin cams sound really fucking mean.
We're gonna do this quick.
Yeah,
We don't want we don't want the neighbors to be hassled.
make sure you're in neutral.
I'm a good neighbor. I'm really respectful.
I always talk, but you won't hear me. Fuck, it sounds good. It sounds good.
That's just a little taste.
I can honestly
If you
tell
guys want
everybody.
more, I got an OnlyFans account, 15 a month.
Shirts off.
Anything you guys need.
So I can honestly tell people between your bike
Hold
and
on, hold
Matt's
on, hold
bike,
on. My
yeah,
garage
yeah,
door is
yeah, yeah,
shutting.
yeah, yeah.
Hold on. All right, I'm back. What'd you say?
Between your bike and Matt from Spatafora, those are the two bikes that like made me build and jump into the scene. Like hands down.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
want to toot your ego too much because I don't want you to think I like you that much, you know, because we're still gonna go to Vegas
Danny, I
together.
thought we were best friends.
Yeah, we are best friends. It's Billy and Danny's trip. When are we gonna start a YouTube channel? But
I'm down.
like
I
legit,
told Steve I want to be on his channel. I told you we could
Steve.
be on a coach channel.
Yeah.
I can't create all the content. I need a hand creating some of the content. So maybe we could do this once a week.
Mm. Yeah, just you and I just walking around your bike. Next week we can do my bike.
I don't know what else to do. You know, like you guys could see my face. We could do that too. Whatever works for you guys. Is
So
this easier or is this better?
I think that's better. We could see your face for a minute. We saw the bike. We could see your face for a minute.
All right, see my face for
So
one.
what does a guy in Massachusetts do? Like it's a Monday night.
It's a Monday night, you know. I'll tell you what I did. I went to the Home Depot. I bought some
Mm-hmm.
lights. I went home and I mopped my floor.
Wow. Wow. It's
And now
really
my
not that exciting.
and now you know my buddies are here and we're gonna hang out. We got a couple buddies here.
Where are the dogs?
Hold on. Let me get one of them. I got a
Everybody
couple
wants
of
to see
them.
the dogs. Everybody wants to see the dogs. You know that. Chief
How
and
many
Mac.
dogs you got?
They have their own
Come here.
Instagram account, Chief and Mac.
All right, here's Chief. Mac is on vacation in
Chief.
Kennebunkport
Who do you go on vacation with? And what
with
dog is
Renee.
this? I see it all the time.
That's Leo. That's Bentley.
Wow.
You know,
So Chief is with
we're
Renee. Sorry, Mac is with
no
Renee.
Chief is with me.
Yeah,
Mac
and
is with
Mac.
Renee.
So Mac
We'll
is
bring
Renee's
Chief up
dog.
for the boys.
So is Mac
What's up?
Renee's dog?
Mac is our dog.
She's our dog. But that's good because Mac is a pain in the ass, right?
Mac's getting real good. You know, he does very well. He just finally like not biting my fingers like a shark. He pees
Mm-hmm.
outside like 90% of the time. But I mean, it's like having Chief, who just turned 9 years old. He's been potty trained for 8 years. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
8.5 years. Like
Yeah.
he does awesome. He eats once a day. He
Mm-hmm.
goes pee once a day. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's very low maintenance compared
Yeah,
to
you've told me
having a
that.
puppy that you have to take out at 6 a.m., 7 a.m.,
And he's
9
never been
a.m.
on a leash.
Chief's not a
Chief.
leash dog.
No. He doesn't
He's
go
more
anywhere.
no. He stays within like 15 feet, 20 feet. Like he stays close. He's very very good. And Mac's honestly better off the leash than he is on the leash.
Really.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you say, Staffies are the best.
I'm a big fan. Like I said, 9 years with Chief. I highly recommend it to anyone who's looking for a dog.
Oh, and if anybody wants to know, from what I remember, you were selling that bike
This
for what
bike.
were you asking? You in exchange for an island?
Yeah, if you have an island, I would take Jeffrey Epstein Island, but with
Yeah.
minimal child pornography, just like to kind of hang out. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. In exchange for an island, $2 million. I know.
I'd take
I
like an
think with that.
island, maybe like an F1 racetrack, things of that nature.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. That bike sold of his. I think he got like a $500,000 for that bike. So
I want to meet the person who bought it because there's something the matter with their fucking brain.
clapped out
What do you
old.
think he traded for? Like a bungalow in Arizona?
I don't know. How much can you get a bungalow in Arizona? Maybe in the hood in Vegas where the
36
houses are
grand.
like, yeah, exactly.
Not
Exactly.
bad. Be tight.
All right. Well, I'll let you get to your night. Thank you for being the first person on this live story. We'll see if I do any more. But
Danny, call me anytime. You know, we'll hang out. We'll do this again. I'll be a
hey,
guest anytime.
we have to figure out what we're
I'm
doing since
off.
Laconia is canceled.
It
Well,
is?
don't say that out loud. Maybe Laconia is canceled.
Dude, you said that.
Yeah, I know, but it's soon. If not, we're planning a bike trip.
When is it?
What?
When is it?
You're covering the mic.
I know I'm not.
No.
Don't put words in my mouth, Danny.
Well, it's in June, but I think they might postpone it. I don't know. I don't know.
Shout
We're
out to the
waiting.
shout out to the performance baggage chat for the boys
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
road glide baggage chat.
Oh,
We're
see,
all
Megan
about
just wrote
baggage.
just postponed. Megan just
What's up?
wrote. They just wrote just postponed. So I think it's
No,
postponed to August.
stop it.
Yeah. In September, we might go down to the V-Twin tour in the Rocky Mountains. Tennis.
I'm not gonna
Come on.
lie. I was thinking about it.
Yeah. Tail of the
I
Dragon. All of us
I
go
heard
down.
about it.
We all ride down together.
I heard that there was gonna be a couple in-flight refuels,
Yeah. We
and
might
you
get
were
shit
gonna
if we.
partake in them.
No. No.
Not what I heard.
I'll bring the Hendrix and the cucumber.
I don't like that. I want the Tito's and the soda
Yeah.
with the
But
cucumber.
yeah, we
The
might have to hit
cucumber
that tour.
remains the same.
Yeah, that I changed your life when I introduced you to cucumbers.
It accentuates the vodka in such a way it's indescribable.
That's such a great video of us in Vegas at the Chandelier.
It's unbelievable. I'll text it to you. All right, I
Yeah.
gotta go. I'm going
Take care,
into the
Billy.
tunnel.
Talk to you soon, man. Be good. So that was the first one. There's a bunch of guys who are interested in doing it. Send me a DM. Let me know what you thought. It was our first one. Go easy on me. And everybody be safe. Ride safe. Have a good night. I think it's going to